Hi, my name is Ray Catull, and you may know me from the such projects as... You may also know me as the host of the internet's favorite harness handicapping show, North American Harness Update, which I host with these two guys, Mike Prebosi and Rod Adams Jr. Every Friday from 9 p.m. Eastern, you can catch us talking harness, handicapping harness, and most importantly, having fun with harness. Can we please get this stuff out of my face? Thank you! North American Harness Update, Fridays from 9 on SRN1. Also download Often Pacing and using promo code NAHU200K, start your stable with an additional 200,000 coins. You can also catch show archives and racing analysis over at our website, NAHUPicks.com!
Whoops. Sorry about that. I was sliding into the DMs. Welcome to another edition of North American Harness Update Extra. Ray Catull joined by Mike Prebosi, Rod Adams Jr. here to talk about the late pick four for Saturday at Cal Expo. The late pick four at Cal Expo offers a $15,000 guaranteed pool. It's a 20-cent wager, 16% takeout. That's all it says on the program, and that's what we have offered here for this four-race sequence, starting with race number 8 for Saturday, March 10th. So starting off this sequence, I thought it was incredibly difficult, and my ticket might not reflect that, but I had a hard time finding anything in these races. Mike, starting with you in this first leg, it's an hours of 2,500 in their last 5 starts. You seem to have a bit of a mixed opinion. You go deep some places, shorter others. This race in particular, though, what do you see?
Very deep in the first. I think there's a lot of chances. I'm going to start with the one, Army of One, who won last time. Comment is Handley, came home in 27 flat in a 57 and 2 mile. A little bit of a slow mile, 2-horse race there, but it raced well enough. I like the closing kick there. If you look 3 back, the horse came home 26 and 4. May not quite fit at this level, but as wide open as this race is from this post, the horse could have a little bit of confidence. I'm going to try that one. The 3, Don't Doubt the Lakers, has been second 2 in a row. At this level, impossible to leave out from this post. The 5, One and Only, had been racing at opens. Closing kick the last 2, bad cover last time, came home 26 and 4, came home 27 flat in an open 3, 2 back. So a little bit of a slight drop here. I'll try that one. The 7, Eugene, was claimed for 4,000, now steps into this race. I'll use off that. The 8, Raging's Flight, drops from opens. Has had outside post. Should get a little bit of a better trip here. And then the 9, NAHU, Little Rev, drops from numbers of 4,000. This horse needs a little bit of a wake up, but won 7 times last year. 1, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9.
Now, Rod, are you as deep in this first leg?
I'm pretty close. I'm going 5 deep. I'll start with the 3, Don't Doubt the Lakers. He usually gets good trips. He's always been pretty close. Doesn't win a lot recently, but the horse shows capability. He's always close. I think you have to use the 5, One and Only. This horse last time in a different type of race, some kind of mini series or stake race or whatever it might have been, just had no chance from the back, was too far back. But like Mike said, good last quarters. This horse can kick home pretty well. The 6, Scary Harry, I'm going to throw this one on. Luke Plano jumps on. That was really the angle I took with this horse. He's shown that he's competitive, and with the addition of Plano, I think has a real big chance to win. The 9 does draw the outside. Tony Succarati jumps on. Maybe this horse gets a wake-up call with Tony driving. Has been, besides the previous start, have been pretty good. He drops to this level. I think he should be competitive in here, even with the outside draw. Then the 10, I throw him on. Last time, raced okay. Start before that, had a perfect ride. Couldn't get there, but that was against a tough winner. So I'm going to throw him on. Price probably won't be great on this one, but he has won 16 times at Cal Expo. So 3, 5, 6, 9, 10.
I could only find 2 here to start off this sequence, the 9 being one of them. Even though from an outside post, this horse drops in class and had some decent races racing against tougher. And that matters to me more than a horse just dropping in general. The fact that they're at least somewhat contentious. And this horse's final quarter somewhat show that, and some of his trips as well. 2 starts back, moved wide to finish 4th, coming in 27 and change. I also used the 10 then, also dropping back down to this level. Has been bet to be the favorite in his last 3 starts at the non-winners levels, and has raced decently doing so. Perhaps from an outside post could get a bit more of a stalking trip, albeit last time that didn't work out too well for him, finishing 3rd by 4 lengths. Really, this all comes to setup, and there is a decent amount of speed here, and a decent amount of weak speed too. So we could most likely see a horse coming from off the pace to take it here. So I'm 9-10 in the first leg, taking some shots, because otherwise I don't really see much in that race. Second leg is race number 9. It's a claiming handicap, $4,000 to $5,000. We have 8 lining up here, excuse me. And Mike, starting for you, I'm pretty sure you take 4.
4 deep. I'm going to start with the 2, Regina Beach. This horse, comment last time, was driven even. Kind of is dropping back down the class ladder. Raced okay in the claiming ranks, 3 starts back, 4 starts back, getting checks. And I think that the horse belongs at this level. The inside post certainly will suit. The 6, Santana Sam. This horse just won for 4 claimers last time. Looked like got a decent trip there. Just missed 2 back. This horse is sharp. I'm going to try this one at 7 to 1 morning line. The 7, Mint to Cruise. Was claimed for 6,000, 2 back, and stepped up into 7s. A little bit tougher class there. Drops down to a little bit better level here. This horse won a 5 claimer by 10, 3 back. So obviously, fits at this level. And then the 8, Argenta, raced well from outside posts. A little bit shorter field in here. Should be closing. So 2, 6, 7, 8.
Rod, are you as deep?
I am. I'm 4 deep. I'll switch the 2 with the 4. Good citations. I'm going to use that one. Nick Rowland jumps on because Plano had to drive his own. Does jump up 1 level, but was competitive against these previously. Really, the problem with this one is the price, I think. It might not be worth trying to venture too deeply into this one. But, I think he fits at this level, and if he can get a trip, he could be dangerous at a price. The 6, like Mike said, this horse is sharp right now, good form. If he gets a good trip again, he's going to be dangerous. The 7, second start for Longo. I don't see this horse going back to that effort that he put in last week. He should be good enough to go with these, and he has beat these in the past. Then the 8, I really don't have anything else to add from what Mike said. So 4, 6, 7, 8.
For me, the 2 most notable horses in this field of 8 start with the 6, Santana Sam, coming in off an upset at 40 to 1, moving up in class, which just sends off a lot of flags, mostly being this horse was incredibly ignored in the move up in class. Because 2 starts back, he had a similar effort that was equally good, finishing 2nd from an inside trip by a head at odds of 6 to 1. Then he just comes back to win off a similar trip. And so given he gets a rail trip and he gets the room, this horse should be live. And he also showed that he could race at this class level. The other horse I used is the 8 Argenta, just like most of us do. This horse drops, or rather doesn't drop, but it gets an improved post, has been racing for a higher tag, so draws an outside post as a result, and just races decently week in, week out at this level. Will need a bit of a trip, though, given that his last few races haven't really worked out too well in his favor, but he still has more form than most of this field. So I'm 6-8 in that second leg. Third leg is race number 10. It's a filly and mare open handicap, $5,500 purse. We have 7 horses lining up, and Mike, for you, starting to narrow that ticket in a bit.
Yeah, 3 deep. The 1, poor little rich girl dropped last time, and crushed a race from the 9 hole. The comment, amazing mile. This horse basically flew around everybody to win, 54-3. It's hard to go against that horse stepping back up. Was 3rd in Philly and Mare Open 2 back, and then had won 2 races prior to that. The horse is extremely sharp, and I like the post. I like the fact that the horse is going to be flying. The 5, Capitol Hill, nothing but Philly and Mare Opens. Was second from the 9 hole last time. Usually outside post. 1 at this level, 3 back, I think is a must use. And then the 7, Delightfully Wild, has won 2 in a row at this level last time handily. That 4-1 morning line is an absolute joke. This horse will be sub-even money, 157.
Rod, is it 157?
I'm close. I'm going to change the 1 with the 6, but I'm going to go 5, 6, 7, the outside 3 here. The 5 is pretty obvious, races here in this level every single week, and is close every single week, so I think no reason not to use that one. The 6 was Wiseman's Choice here. I'm going to throw that one on. 1 at this level, 2 back. Last time, last time threw in a clunker, but since coming out to Cal Expo, other than that last start, those other 2 starts were really good. I think she belongs in this race and could be a decent price play. And then the 7, like Mike said, won her last 2 starts at this level. She's always competitive. She's won 4 out of 8 starts this year in 5 of her last 9. So I think you have to use her. She's going to be the chalk here anyway. So 5, 6, 7.
Well, I can't match the poignancy of Mike hugging one of his kids live on the air. I can somewhat match his numbers. I'm 3 deep, taking both the 1 and the 7 for similar reasons. The only other horse I add on for my third take is the 2. She's a mystery to me. Draws inside after a decent race, dropping in class. Raced on the lead and dueled for almost the entire way to finish 3rd as the favorite. Before that, had 2 starts in the Philly and Mare Open where she was 3rd and 4th respectively, doing so by at least being active as a part of the pace and getting it into the mix in some way. She seems like she belongs here, but she definitely does need a setup that doesn't wear her out like a first over trip or being on the lead. So perhaps from an inside post, she could work out some kind of stalking endeavor. 1, 2, 7 for me in that 3rd leg. Final leg of the sequence for race number 11. It's an hours of 750 their last 5 starts. First 2,400, Fillies and Mares on the pace. 9 of them lining up. Mike, starting with you, what do you see?
2 deep to finish. The 2 backstock drops from nowhere of 1,000. Had a decent trip last time to finish 2nd. Is 0 for 9 this year, but has won 27 times in her life. So I think she'll sort of remember how to win. The 4 is the other horse, Winsung T. Bird. This horse is a likely favorite. Gets a little bit of a drop. Also gets Roland here. Again, another one that's 0 for 9 this year, but they wouldn't be at this level if they weren't struggling. I think it's probably one of those 2. They appear to be the sharpest, 2 and 4.
Rod, are they the sharpest, though?
They are. I'm going to use both of those horses, 2 and the 4. The 2, I think, is pretty obvious. Has been racing well. This is a bit of a drop. She's in for the tag, so I do think you got to use her. The 4 is another one that's obvious. This is a double drop on this one. Has won 24 times at Cal Expo in about a quarter of her starts, so this one's tough not to use, even with just average form recently. I think this horse is good enough and will be competitive in this field. Then I'll go to the 6, Sweet One. Plano jumps on for this race. Slight drop in class here. This horse usually hits the board and has done well at Cal Expo. And this is the lowest level this horse has been in a long time. So I do think a wake-up call with Plano jumping on is in store for this one. And then the 7, Window Wiper. Got away way back last time. Just had too much ground to make up. There was no way. Start before that, sat on the rail, just did okay. And that was after missing a couple weeks. But before that, was racing well, in good form. So I think on the drop, this one should play in here as well. So 2, 4, 6, 7.
Window Wiper, fun fact, a former claimer. from Hoosier Park. I'm too deep in the last leg, starting with the 2 backstock for most of the reasons Mike had. Beaten favorite last 2 starts, drops down to the 750 level after racing at the numbers of 1,000 as the favorite. Decent trip. Just was kind of a victim of the slow pace up front, couldn't out-sprint the horse on the lead, and probably had some problems with the off-going too. So that said, with a fast track potentially and the drop in class, she should be somewhat sharp. The other horse I use for a bit of a price is the 8 Perfect Pitch. Look back January 26th. This mare won as the favorite at this level pretty handily from off the pace in 56 and change. Since then, moved up to the numbers of 1,500 ladder. Took a little bit of a break after finishing 7th on the 17th off a really good mile as the favorite. Then debuted at 16-1, shuffled to last, and gained ground to finish 6th on a slow racetrack, going in 2 minutes and change. She seems like a long shot that's going to be flying under the radar. Should improve second start off the layoff, and has in the past proven her worth at this level. I hope she is a bit of a price, because I might even consider her on the win end just in general. So 2-8 for me in the last leg, which makes my ticket go as follows. For 20 cents, I'm 9-10 with 6-8 with 1-2-7 with 2-8. That's $4.80 for 20 cents. Mike, your ticket.
1, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9 with 2, 6, 7, 8 with 1, 5, 7 with 2, 4. It's $28.80.
Rod, yours.
3, 5, 6, 9, 10 with 4, 6, 7, 8 with 5, 6, 7 with 2, 4, 6, 7. It's $48 for 20 cents.
And with that said, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us for another edition of North American Harness Update Extra. You just missed the live version of this show, North American Harness Update, which airs from 9 to 11 p.m. Eastern on 148.ca/1, as well as on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Periscope, anywhere where you have video access to people and their lives. That said, make sure you also check out NAHUPicks.com, NAHUPICKS.com for racing commentary every race day from Western Fair, Meadowlands, and Woodbine, done by these 2 fine folks, Mike Prebosi, Rod Allens, and occasionally me when I find the time. But that said, I'm done looking at this camera. That's why I'm looking this way, and I hope that you will join us next time, whenever that time may be. Fridays from 9 is usually that time. Till then.